All right, so here we are at part 2 of the Stuff and Sam commentary. Hey, look, if you're watching this on YouTube, good job, and that's the way you're supposed to really watch this, I guess. Yeah. This is quite. Yeah. We're going into episode. What episode? This is
13.
13.
13.
All right. It says 20 years ago. It just appeared on screen. For those of you who can't see, and there I am in my apartment. That is my bed.
It's one of your many apartments.
This is one of the.
Still smells of cream.
There's Monique.
Such a good boy, Sam.
This was the first time we shot in my place for this series, I think.
Yes.
And yeah, Monique looks totally different here. She apparently has a ton of these wigs. She came looking like that.
Well, we've cut the food budget and housing's next, so Damien, meet Sam.
Slither effect.
Oh,
he was very
what's his
in
name
character.
again? I forgot.
Onision.
Onision.
I'll leave you to it then.
That wig, I was so. I forget what he was chewing on there.
He was down. He was like, I don't know what this is.
This was another episode I think we shot all in one day as well.
Yeah.
Or no, there was a few bits that we had to shoot at Paulette's house.
But we got a ton of Onision stuff all in one day. He flew in for it.
Yeah, and then he
Shot
ended
them
up in
all
the.
here
Oh, I
and
can't.
flew
I
out.
shouldn't. I don't want to be a spoiler.
Hopefully this isn't the first time they're watching it.
Yeah. I like to
He gets
begin
wet.
watching it with the
He
commentary.
gets wet.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm the good one. Rob me, Sam.
Oh my gosh. What do? I hit him with the bat at some point, right? Yeah. That was a real bat, too. It was a real metal.
There you go. You're right.
And that's when your couch broke.
That is exactly when my couch broke. I had to get a new couch.
That's right, Sammy.
I hate watching the shit I had to do to my
God,
apartment.
Like,
your
I love
place,
that.
you trashed your place so many times.
Fucking pussy.
How many times have you gotten a piece of porcelain in your foot? Be like, oh,
Yep.
damn it.
Or glass. I break a lot of stuff even
You
if
have
we're
to
not making
suffer
videos.
for your art.
I've broken so many pipes and
We got to practice breaking other stuff for videos.
Is our toilet paper now, bitch.
No, he doesn't. He's good at breaking stuff.
I forgot she did that.
What has gotten into you, Sam? I do not like this new bad boy attitude you have. It's not cute, and you know our motto.
The adorable orphan gets the family.
And you.
Oh,
No, I'm allergic to water.
was his hair always? Wait, why was his hair looking?
It's just like that.
Is it just like that? I was like, did we constantly wet it?
Oh,
I love that
baby
bit of sound
Dora.
that we had for the baby. Oh, he's ready for that tea.
Nice. Not me.
Oh my god.
Because I don't like fathers.
So where's that wonderful boy you were telling us about?
Oh, there's
my God.
Sujan
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Blonde hair. I don't think her real hair has ever made an
This
appearance.
is another day I was really sick. Remember, I said, "How far are we from a bathroom?"
Yeah, luckily we. Oh,
Straight to
Oh my
biting the dick.
God!
that was the height of both of our acting careers.
No bother? I'll bother. Do you have to say
No father, I'll bother.
Oh, Bob. What a
awesome.
stupid. He's.
but I don't understand. Why don't you just get yourself adopted?
You know, I met a guy recently, semi-recently, who's a real Sam. And I think Sam's not that far-fetched of a character. He's...
No, Sam's are everywhere.
You met somebody like Sam?
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah. One of
That's
Sujan's
a little
friends.
far-fetched. Really? Oh,
He's from
Sujan's
Tennessee, so he has the voice, and he's always got lots of bodily energy. Oh, here she is. She's
17? Why isn't anyone...
Oh, this was...
Looking good.
I promise you. They don't need any training. They're very clean.
yeah. This was
What's wrong with that one?
Nothing. He just occasionally bites heads.
So you got
he just occasionally bites dicks. I love that dicks was her word of choice.
Well, this one's got some charm to him. Life hasn't broken him yet. I'll take him.
What's... Yeah, sorry. We are 2 for 1 package. You take me, you're going to have to take this guy.
Your first lesson in life, Sam, no one sticks around forever.
I love that we just throw a wig on. We're just like, boom,
Yeah.
different time period.
But-
Damien, could you scooch? Perfect.
The only living friend I've ever had. I'm going to be the worst goddamn thing you've ever adopted.
Oh,
Yeah.
More great weather that day. That day was nice.
Now buckle up your seatbelt.
Swearing is the devil's orgasm. Great fucking line.
And that here I'm in.
Well, here it is.
Oh, there's the house. It looks
Sexual gay man.
ironically very similar to how it looks in the rest of the series.
Okay, all right. What's going on, Mama?
In this house, you call me Donna.
Donna, Mama. It's got a good ring to it.
Just Donna.
Donna Mama. I think, was that your...
Petty thief.
Someone else wrote that line. I did not come up with that.
Left butt.
Which one?
Donna Mama.
Well, it was a collector's item. You know, I can't pass that up. I'm troubled.
From now on, you
Trouble.
never wear these breeches. Let's see you hide something in those.
Oh, who would wear something like
That's how he got his yellow shorts.
Well, congratulations. You've got an adventure in laundry waiting for you, kid.
Looks like it's going to be another montage. I'm sorry.
It's going to be a montage, and then you apologize for it.
See, I think all of the stuff we shot here in the house was one day, and then everything else with Onision and otherwise was all one. But this was about 2 days we shot this, no?
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
I think that was the average for most of these.
Yeah, that's right.
But Onision was a ton of stuff, and it was all one
that
day.
was a long day.
We had
yeah.
to all arrive at LAX, come over, and begin. And then,
Right.
yeah.
And then be done in time for his flight back that night.
Mom,
If you didn't want a son, why did you adopt me?
because having a slave is illegal.
He's like, well, I can't argue
I
that.
had a son once.
What was he like?
He was beautiful. Just seeing his blonde little head in the morning sun was all I needed to
What a
start
pivotal line.
Sounds like a great kid.
Nobody sticks
No one knew it. That was an Easter, or a foreshadowing.
Losing the only thing you
Little
love
seed we
can really
planted.
screw you up inside. I suddenly understood why she was so bitter.
Now I'm just like watching the show. I'm like, guys, quiet.
Yeah, it's like,
trying to
guys,
watch.
please stop talking. We're trying to
You guys are disturbing me. I'm watching this stuff.
Oh, God.
I gave her more guns, even when
No, there's the guns.
something bad's about to happen.
Hey, you, asshole.
Sam's backstory is really interesting.
It is.
They kicked me out.
Like,
Even though we wrote this, it still weirdly seems like the first time I'm seeing it again.
in a way, like of all your characters, Sam is the one who, if he were in trouble, I would personally come to his defense like the quickest.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if someone
oh,
were
yeah.
hurting Sam on the street, like I'd be like,
Yeah.
hey, protect that guy. You know,
Sam's one of the most likable, but he's very weird.
yeah.
And, you know, I almost I hated at first how the sun was going down here, but I like that it's consistent because we did shoot it sequentially. We did not
Right.
block shoot this scene.
Right.
So I like that consistently as the scene progresses, the lighting does change. But literally, at this point, the sun's completely down.
Donna lost her memory after being hit in the head with a roll of toilet
Soft
paper.
roll of toilet paper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hard toilet paper it was.
Jeffrey, now Donna, and now
Yeah, this happened over like 15, 20 minutes tops.
Yeah, the light was just spilling out. It was, and then by the time we cut to the pool here, you can barely even see him in the water. See? Yeah, see, it's so dark.
at least he wasn't lying about
And now it's like almost
But
fully
it's
nighttime.
a nice touch.
Yeah, you do witness it go from day to night in that one scene.
Totally intentional.
Totally intentional.
Totally.
It signifies the darkness of his soul.
All the witch ways after
There's a lot of Star Wars moments in this. When I took a film writing class a long time ago, and we analyzed Star Wars a lot and how Star Wars has so many distinct pivotal moments. And I feel like this episode has a lot of similar, like Star Wars-y, like, oh, that's how he got it, or that's how this happened, kind of moments.
her smile.
Who the fuck you said your name was? Oh, shit. You're not my roommate, are you?
Sure, you could say
It-
that.
Oh, nice to officially meet you, Sam. I'm...
Oh,
I know.
he knows it's her, but she,
A
Ah,
dick.
that's so sappy.
rated it.
Finally, we can agree on something.
that makes me wonder if Sam did decorate his own house, what that would look like. If that wasn't his choice. I feel like there'd be a lot of yellow. Here we are.
Yeah, it'd just be all
Here,
yellow.
what is this,
Oh,
number 14? or
Okay, I've been
something?
waiting for us to get to this scene because I want to talk about this scene. Of the entire series, this, I think, was probably the most uncomfortable for me to shoot because we had gone at like 1 or 2 hours overtime than we planned. And it's like I want to say it's like 1 or 2. It's really late.
It was very late.
It was
and
late.
this is in the
And
middle
we were
of
cranky.
This is and this is in the middle of January or sometime in January,
Yeah.
or maybe either way, it was
Late January, I think.
freezing that night. And I remember being in that parking structure wearing those shorts, and every time I'd fuck up a take, I would get so upset because that meant we have to stay there longer.
I want hot milk. You know that you are not making
And then we were making a mess, and it was just so
And
uncomfortable.
we're being loud and we're trespassing.
Yeah, this was. I'm happy with how the scene came out, which is all that matters. But
Oh,
shooting
God.
it,
All that crap all over my face.
I'm
I could
underneath
still
camera
feel
catching
it.
this.
that's right. Was it a paper towel you had, or something like
Oh, a
that?
bunch of them, but yep.
I'm sorry, sir, but we're not taking walk-ins.
I had quite a beard in this series. I forgot how much my facial hair was grown out
All
here.
characters, speaking to you, have beards too.
Why don't you have a seat over there and I'll see
Yeah.
what you do.
Yeah, you can always tell when it's Jonathan doubling because the beard is quite thicker when it cuts to over that shoulder.
Stop. I'm sorry, it was a jumpsuit. You getting me up?
And there's Helen.
You're a nice young man. At least I can stand on ice, you fat
Oh, God. It's so amazing. You play all these 3 characters in the same scene.
There,
No, you go.
that cutaway didn't look so bad right there.
Nice. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god, don't look at the distance.
It is.
Buffering.
It's so challenging to play different characters because you're only shooting a half of a scene at any time. So that feeling you normally get as a filmmaker, where you're like, "We nailed that scene, we finished it." You don't really get that until the end of the day. When,
Right.
Right, you get it alone in the editing.
Right.
It's public. Wonderful, isn't that just electric? But you're still gonna need all your L56 forms completed. Right here. And you're gonna need a letter of recommendation. Bingo. And you're gonna need to know who won the World Series in 1976.
I like that Helen's the only employee at this office. Sam knows so
Helen.
much about
Helen.
sports.
Who doesn't know a Helen sometime in their life?
When the employees would clean out or like leave the office for the day, we would come in right when employees were leaving to go home.
Everyone would be on their last, most important call and be like, oh,
And
fuck.
they would be setting this bullshit up, and they would be looking at like, what the fuck are they doing? Oh yes, the villain of the series. I almost forgot this villain this
That was great, walking into the class. I love that.
so dumb. I just recently had that wig redone.
Some of these episodes were like a total of 4 days of shooting.
This
Right.
episode in particular, any of the episodes at the adoption agency were always a bit more complicated. It seemed.
Yeah, and all these like had to be turned over in a week, and so
Yeah, we only had a
it's
week
like,
to
well,
shoot all
okay,
of
We're
these.
shooting again. Shooting right now.
Those parents can see their children.
And you have to just imagine, one thing that I didn't consider before I started making videos was every time you see a character in a new setting, that's not only like a whole move to that location, which is like an hour between, it's getting set up and
Set up
you're-
and hoping you don't get chased off. and-
Right, and you're bringing a whole crew, so now everyone has to find parking. Everyone, we got to break for lunch at some point.
And every 3 hours, you need to break for 10 minutes to pee and eat,
Right.
and every 6 to eat a lot.
Right, and so it's like, you watch these things, and every time we change a location, it's so much work that goes into that. So some of these episodes, they take place in like 5 or 6 locations. It's almost like a day.
And in LA traffic,
Yeah, exactly.
sometimes.
Like, well, we could save time by traveling at midnight and shooting at 1.
Yeah,
and
Like,
there you
then-
go.
This
We're all turned
particular
into
this
owls and bats.
this particular location is toward Culver City, which is like an hour and a half away from your place, Paulette, where we were shooting.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is, we shot some of this also downtown. We shot some of this just all over Los Angeles. Like this is right here is like Midtown, nowhere near the other 2 locations.
Right.
I will personally make sure that you are thrown into jail. Do you
The height. This is the first time I really paid attention to height between characters.
Right. Helen is taller than Sam.
That was the first time we had to acknowledge who is taller than who, and we have to
Yeah, we got
commit to it.
that. We did that when the recent filming with Lincoln.
With Lincoln, yeah, we had to make sure we stayed taller. You are.
see what he was trying to say?
You know what's funny is there's a lot of things that we no longer have anymore right before stuff and like that car. Gabriel got rid of that car shortly after the series.
Yeah.
So it's almost like we had the house and the car right up until the series ended, and then they.
This is the gas station that threw us out.
Like, yeah.
After like 10 minutes.
We tried to not get noticed
15 minutes.
right in front of
Yeah.
the window under bright lights.
They're all looking at us and
with a bounce.
waving fingers.
And there's the part in the credits that's not in here where he's going, "What? What?"
They're on to us.
Little gut buckets. I like that he calls babies gut buckets.
Gut bucket.
I don't think we've sold a single baby since that.
Now, a lot of people say that they think because right here I say sister. Yeah, right there. I call her sister, that they're related. And I just want to clear it up right now. They're not related. She's saying sister like, oh, sister, like a commonly woman phrase. But
Right.
that was never intended to show that they're not related.
No.
But good catch.
I don't even think
way
they're
to
the
check
same
up on that.
species.
Yeah, I know.
I was doing some snooping of my own.
Oh, yeah. There's this part. Oh, this. That was the same building, like in the
Oh,
basement
I totally
or something.
forgot this scene.
And this is a
yeah,
totally
that was
different
down
building.
in the bowels.
And this is a different location. And then when she opens the door, it's going to be even another different location.
And what did you find?
And none of these locations were near each other. That was why it was so difficult.
Go to the break room now and steal someone's lunch.
Remember that was somewhere in Hollywood, I want to say, by the Walk of Fame.
Right before we left, someone was trying to warn me about
Oh, yeah,
something, but
yeah.
I couldn't quite make out the sign. What was his name? I can't.
Elmer.
And I always played Bryce last because her makeup was the hardest to take off.
All that dark, eye
The
stuff.
The eyeliner, you need like a good day for that to come off completely. It's almost like using Sharpie on your eyes. Like,
So this episode is like where the rest of the series is.
yeah.
Sorry, why do you need
I just want to say
that was really done well.
that was my first time ever doing a gunshot wound, and I'm very proud of how that looked.
Yeah, that really looked.
Yeah.
That looked real. Did you really shoot him?
It's amazing.
Oh,
All right.
maybe not.
This is what really got us kicked out because we're screaming quite a bit here. What? Elmer! Like, it's just... Even if you were fine with us filming here, you would kick us out for the scene because we just kept going. Like, it's just annoying. All right, here we are on 15.
It's so much fun to watch. This is like I'm just genuinely laughing. It's like it's such a good joke. It's good.
This particular episode was my favorite in terms of how it looks and like the way the shots cut together. I love all the night vision stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Because this was the first episode we really legitimately try to be scary since the Halloween one. Boom.
The clown.
The clown and the mask. Or the mask clown, whatever you call it.
Somebody.
stories are going to be a little different in court.
This motherfucker's still alive.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we shot this. This is by your place. This is at a church, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This is in the parking lot.
Yes, I think it was. Parking lot of a
And
church.
you recommended it. And we're shooting this scene with a dead clown. And we're thinking, oh my God, Paulette, what are you getting us in? Because they were having some kind of an evening
Oh,
service.
yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
no one's ever there
Yeah.
except
So
tonight.
We were having
Right.
our own
There are
service.
50 people
We
there.
were worshiping dead clowns.
And then this was in your front yard. This was in your front yard.
Yeah,
Paulette
up
had
in the
a
hills.
little forest in front of her house. And we just went out there and shot
Out in
this
the
bit.
hills there.
I don't know why I have to say where we shot it. I just think it's interesting because these episodes make it look like they were all shot in one spot.
Yeah, it's like there's a
Yes,
forest, there's
they
an
did.
office building, there's a parking lot.
It's
there's
like
a-
there was actually 3 forests. It was like tampon
Tampon
baby.
baby.
So okay, we have to acknowledge
I
the
don't even know
tampon
what that
baby
I
bit.
love that.
So tampon baby was an inside joke we had throughout this whole show, and throughout the episodes, you'll hear us say the word tampon baby. That's because Selwyn, who played the smaller black guy in the
Got
he was
his
the
eyes
purple,
ripped out.
yeah, got his eyes ripped out. Didn't he? No, it never made it in the final cut. He kept saying tampon baby.
Oh, he was like, you tampon motherfucker.
Tampon
You tampon
motherfucker.
baby. You're a tampon baby.
Tampon baby, and he just kept shouting this. And I don't think we ever used it in the final cut of any episode, but it just stuck with us. So the rest of whenever we shout "tampon baby," that's like a reference to Selwyn.
And
Someone called me that on my
Gabriel
page, and I
says
was
it
like-
for whatever reason.
He's like,
I
I
laugh.
wish you knew the story behind it. Yeah. So now you guys know it.
Tampon
Selwyn.
baby. Everyone, spread the word.
Tampon
That
baby,
was
it's a
who
new
was in.
meme.
That was me.
Was that you? That was kind of scary to film this bit because it did feel.
That makeup's a bit excessive on you, Jonathan.
I think I'm going to keep that look.
Yeah.
You know, I love this scene because it's the first time we're really. I mean, I guess you could say in episode 4 we saw this, but it's quite a dark moment for such a lighthearted show. And I love that we kind of really committed to it for just a moment in this episode. And then it goes back to comedy. We go right back to laughing. But
Yes.
I got it too. This
We all
part.
kill each other.
This was Jonathan's idea, I want to say, where everyone got bags over their heads.
Everyone got bag over their head
And I
by
thought-
somebody else. We all suffocate ourselves.
I remember you were describing the scene to me, and you're like, and then they do this, and then I remember thinking, like, what? That doesn't make sense. It can't possibly look like that convoluted. And I saw we do it on camera. I was like, oh wow, that really did look funny.
Don't kill you both. I'm gonna be in so much trouble.
I know. The fucking dialogue in this. Oh my god, those scissors were terrifying. I will say that was low key terrifying to be standing next to you
Yeah.
while you did that.
It's like, Paulette's done this before.
I have. That's how I've kept my kids in line all these years.
I'm curious to see what your kids think about some of these episodes.
Oh, they
like
cringe.
Their reactions.
They
are.
absolutely cringe.
Shit. Well, good on you pushing through that.
He wasn't lying. I can't hear a single tick.
I can't hear a
A
thing.
single tick. Yeah, so Sam. Even tiny, just like regular sentences are jokes when they're coming from him in character so well.
I want to just point out. I think
You're
you
still
wore-
with me. That's still you on my phone.
Is it really?
Yeah.
The boss. Oh, that's so funny story. Yeah, that's on your phone. But then I saw it on Rachel's computer. Bryce is also her background on her computer at work.
Is it really? That's kind of strange.
She's everywhere.
Rachel's Bryce.
Well, clearly we're on the same team now, so you might as well let me go. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out which smiley face to respond to.
Been there, done that. I just want to say the jacket I'm wearing is Elmer right now. Jonathan, I think you wore that almost every day we shot.
That's impossible.
I want to say that was like your uniform, wasn't it? You always had that.
That's a go-to sweatshirt for when it's slightly cold.
That was
Different
it.
shirt though.
different shirt
shirt.
every day, but I remember seeing that
Sure.
sweatshirt all the time to where
It was
And
that was
this
a
was a
sweatshirt.
totally
I was
different
prepared
location.
for it to get dirty. It's like
this was where was this?
Yeah.
This was in
Hollywood.
downtown.
theater in like Glendale or something.
Was it Glendale? I
Maybe
can't
Atwater
remember where
Village
this
or
was.
something. Yeah.
I don't remember.
We're just like, we're just gonna film a normal thing. We
was
cut to
so
you rolling
many-
around naked.
Naked, exactly,
locations.
exactly. Every time the owner walked in, we're like, okay, put on your clothes, put on your clothes. And that was a different place. So, and that's Paulette's garage. We really did film everywhere in that house that we could have.
Oh yeah.
And on the stage was some weird.
This little doodop setup took a fucking bitch and a half to
Oh,
set
and
up.
those tubes kept falling
They
over.
kept popping out, and we had to keep plugging them back in. It's a bitch fest and a half.
It was you.
Not quite.
He's a clone!
People are like, I knew it.
I knew it.
Fan theories were so much fun to read.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, there's Ben. Ben
Yep.
Fernie was my double.
Here
back
it
then.
Ben.
He occasionally is my double now, even.
Where am I? What's going on? Stand up.
That's a great looking clipboard.
Can you hear me?
That's,
Hey,
that's
I'm
Oh,
starting
that's
to
that
I'm
is
starting to see
classic.
a theme here
That's-
with the color blue. Look at my arm there. My arm looked good that day. Look at that.
It is. Nothing to do with you except everything.
Yep.
Now I'm gonna need to run it through.
My arms have. Yeah, I have a really bad farmer stand. It shows in these kind of scenes.
Hey, you look good.
I'm just gonna scan your heart.
All I'm
Buddy.
thinking about right here, all I'm thinking about is I wish I was ripped. Flex more, Brandon. Flex. That's all that's going through my head in that shot.
Really?
Flex harder. Flex. Flex here really hard. Flex.
Oh, flex.
Okay, now really flex here because he's pulling out. Yeah. That heart was... Oh, I was
definitely naked.
actually
There it is.
nude for that. I forgot about this.
Yeah, we kept wrapping you up.
That's right.
We didn't forget.
Yeah, we
I'll
were.
Every
I'll
night you
never
don't forget.
forget.
I forgot.
Yeah, it's like we're getting bored with this podcast.
I forgot. I love how shitty they are.
How heartless.
Yeah, self-referential comedy is the best.
I'm just like, oh, whoops, sorry.
Rangers, Uber drivers, and some of us are unlucky enough to work directly beneath her.
Oh,
Nice.
There's Ben again.
Who is he, Dragon? That was the Elmer you'll be replacing.
This particular shot looks so soap opera-y to me. Right here. Doesn't it look like
Yeah.
a really bad
Yep.
soap opera?
Yeah.
That's a soap opera stage.
She
Right.
leads us into a ripe age,
Yeah.
then harvests our hearts to maintain the two things.
That blood is disgusting. It's sticky. It's made of what is it made out of? Like corn syrup.
You have a
and-
habit of fooling around with disgusting fluids
But
and
particularly
liquids.
the blood is basically it's sugar, so it dries like sugar, so it's always very sticky, and it's just the worst thing to get on you.
And in 15 episodes, and my characters made no development.
How
It's
self-aware.
kind of like stepping away from the drama for a minute.
I'm gonna go back to that adoption agency and rescue that baby the only way
I was so close to the camera there.
By stealing it.
By failing it.
It's all going to add up.
Kill you, probably 10. Well, it's a good thing we're all leaving right now. Yes, ma'am. Package that adoption or I'm gonna beat you to your boss.
When do we cut him?
Paul.
That's all Donna wants to know.
When do we cut him? Oh, I love the soundtrack to this episode. So mysterious. And here we are on 16, episode 16.
This is possibly my favorite episode.
Me too.
Just before 17.
This is the adoption. Yeah, this one.
Yeah. I mean, your performance in this is amazing. And this was a real challenge, and it's so cinematic and good.
Very intense.
I just want to point out, I'm sitting in the
Look.
passenger seat. We flipped the shot around so it looks like I'm driving, and I'm holding the camera with my hand.
Really?
Yeah, and I had to look all dramatic, like I wasn't holding anything, like I was holding a steering wheel. But yeah, that was
Yeah.
me in the passenger seat.
That's intense.
Yeah, we were driving around Koreatown around dusk. Yeah, you can see it's kind of like duskish outside. And then we're here and somewhere else in
I remember
Koreatown.
up on that rooftop.
Yeah,
This looks so
lot.
good. What a good shot.
Yeah.
a lot of this episode took itself a little bit more seriously than the other episodes. I think this one was... I was trying to make it like more movie, like
Yeah.
crime noir.
And it worked.
I think of all of the scenes, this was probably one of the more... I don't remember why this scene was uncomfortable to shoot. Either I wasn't prepared or it was cold. Something about this scene, I was like, let's just get through it.
I think it was very late.
Was
for
it
one.
late?
It's late. It was a little cold, but it's a high body count in another place we're not allowed to be.
Yeah, we weren't allowed
And
to
it's a
be
lengthy
shooting
scene.
that.
It's not like just this one piece. It's like a whole scene with a change.
Right, every time I would play a different character, we have to reshoot that scene again.
Yeah.
So I'm playing 3 different characters here, right? So we had to shoot this whole thing 3
4,
times.
because you end up playing Helen here.
That's right, and I come back later as Helen, so that we had to...
Yeah.
We were probably in that car for probably a good 4 hours, at least.
I'm gonna need you to turn me back into Sam. He hasn't come out yet.
That's got to be really uncomfortable just wearing that on your lips.
The lips, if you notice, they look slightly better here than they did in the other episode. I took a little
They're
bit
still
more
pretty
time.
gross.
Yeah, they're still pretty nice. I made them look glossier here, though. I wanted them to look more like lippy.
Dr. Dillon is one of the most honest characters.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, this is incredibly dangerous. I'm not very good.
Those wigs.
How many of those do you have? You've got 3 or 4.
I made 2 people go pretty far.
Those
Right.
doing. Oh,
We did. We did.
we're
felt like
revealing
so-
all the secrets.
I think having a third person in the future. Like, I want to do a scene in the future where there's many Elmers. Like, we see a bunch of them on camera.
Yeah.
And it's reassuring.
Could you do that maybe with green screen or something like
I would
double
probably.
shoots?
Green screen scares me so much because it looks so bad almost every time. This part right here.
On your right-hand side, you're going to notice a pair of double doors. Walk through those and go past the reception.
Was this where? No, not yet. Oh yeah, I'm the Sam Elmer here, or the Sam Helen.
Yeah.
I'm pro-abortion this week.
Ooh, I love it. Yeah, I'm pro-abortion.
It's a step in the right direction, supposedly.
Thank you, theater camp. He thinks it's fun. He thinks this is a fun mission.
Watch ass wipes.
Characters. What did you forget?
Uh-oh.
I forgot my...
Think fast. What did you forget?
My Plan B candy.
Your candies?
The parking lot is a dangerous one.
My Plan B candies. I love that.
Sam, stay
Because walk
focused.
to the park is a dangerous.
Computer using the facial recognition scanner.
The shot right here. Oh.
Your big lips did a good job.
So good.
Oh shit.
And here's the fourth character. Yep.
What? It's only Sam.
Not Sam, that is Helen, and if she finds us, we are dead.
Uh-oh. Which later we find out why she's stopping. Oh, that lipstick. You see it goes like halfway up to my nose.
So do you all have the same butthole?
That's so good.
That's all he cares about.
His glasses magnify your eyes so
I
well.
know. You can't see shit through those things.
That's true.
That worked. And now it's asking me for some kind of PAX code.
She changes that password every week based off of whatever disgusting.
I had to design a whole like fake desktop for Helen. And like what files she would have. Wait, there's some. Oh yeah, there's that puppet. If you look at
Triscuit.
yeah, Triscuit.
Who wouldn't try that one?
We'll just try every disgusting food you could think of.
Collard green.
Color green.
Chinese.
Chinese.
Arby's. That's it. I left my goddamn gas pills.
Oh, hide.
Without them, the walk to my car is a dangerous one.
I love the wordplay in this episode.
What happened to all my gas away tablets?
I believe you just scarfed them all down like an Arby's sandwich.
Holy shit, dude.
Hey, someone logged into my computer.
Uh-oh.
The printer paper is all gone. I couldn't help it. It's that glossy card.
Glossy cardstock.
In the building. Let's lock this fucking
I love that even in a sense of panic, Sam still has his priorities. Like, he needed to steal that paper still.
Sorry, I had to.
If you go in there, you will die. You need to stay here where it's safe.
I live for danger, you ass ninny.
And that's the last time we see Donna this episode. What happened
Word.
to her?
Oh, we'll find out. Or maybe we won't.
This was a fun part to shoot, or like a fun location to shoot in, because I remember how ridiculous what you're about to see is.
Wrong door to the right of that.
Right here, boom, right there. Yeah, see, even I said that. It's just ridiculous because it's like
It goes to nowhere.
It goes
just goes
no-
down to a floor.
yeah, exactly, and you have to get across like that.
But we can climb around. And
That
have fun
is
with it.
absurd.
I'm hacking into the system right now. The door should be open in 3, 2.
Do it for the
Uh-oh.
cause.
What's the cause?
Oh, I felt it unlock.
Yep, there's always a sacrifice for every achievement.
Emer, are you there?
No, he's not. No, he's not. Oh wait,
Yeah,
that's
I was gonna
five
say, wasn't the
characters.
fifth character?
Yeah, so I had
you
to
did
come
have
back
to
to
do
that
that.
fucking parking lot 5 fucking times.
I remember we were there
And-
quite late. Quite late.
Yeah. And then this was our second time coming back to this place.
And the one that Donna made up.
When the Donna made up.
That's a great joke, too.
Less masculine than this, but let's get you to your new home.
Oh, I love Sam Hillen. It's growing on me.
Sam, put the baby back in the bassinet. Say that 3 times fast, and maybe I will. Put the baby back in the
Maybe I
bassinet. Put the
will.
baby back in the bassinet. Put the baby back in the bassinet. Now, how many times
times do I have to say it before pulling this trigger? Oh, please.
I love that gold mini Desert Eagle.
How long was he standing there? The whole time. I guess they really are invisible. You can shoot me up all you want, but
We did that a few times. We had to get that little crib getting hit by a bullet correctly.
Say that, which is why I bought myself some leverage. Now put the baby back and let me sound like a middle-aged
Who was the
librarian
double
with a
today? Was it? Oh yeah, it looks like it was Ben again.
Ben, yep.
Fine, I'm all for this baby. You spent so much time.
Oh my god, I feel like I'm watching a Saturday morning cartoon.
Good. Wait, what do you not want me to do with this baby? This thing's gonna die.
This thing's gonna die.
The baby, and I'll spare the doctor's life and give you $2.
What a weird location.
More. 3. More. I'll give you $5. Oh, come on, Sam, you can do better. I'll give you $1 million, Sam. Take it down a little further, jeez.
It's too hard.
You got yourself a deal.
This scene was so great.
I'm sorry, it's going this way. Who'd have thought the road we'd share would
There's a bitch trying to color correct this scene because some shots were warmer and cooler than others.
Alright, so the doctor and I will just be leaving now.
Oh, Sam's smarter than you think.
What? That's not a baby. That's a grenade.
She still caught it like a baby, though. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
When we talked about this scene, we thought... I remember it was just being like how brutal... even
It's
for
like,
this
oh,
show.
is this like
Getting
too
a
fucked
grenade.
up? We're shoving a grenade
It's
in
a
your
new
mouth?
school of dentistry, actually.
The crunching sound when it goes
When
in.
your face blows up.
All right.
Okay, what
now
is this?
is
16?
17, I believe.
17.
Yeah.
We're getting close, folks.
So what's going to happen here?
Building to the big
Oh,
climax.
we got to watch this part again. And bang.
Previously on.
We had to
Stuff
put
like
put you through that again.
Yep. And here we are in slow motion, out of focus, which clearly means a bomb's gone off and we're getting back up on our feet.
Yes. And we're disoriented.
Yeah, we're disoriented. Oh. This is before I knew how to do muzzle flashes.
And now, Sam,
Uh-oh.
you're going to die a cowardly, kidless creep who never came out of the closet.
That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. That stab was such a good one. This is the first time Donna meets Bryce.
Now don't you move around, we'll eat this fucking thing!
And Donna, we promised Emer we'd give him a heart. We need to kill her before she can ever harm another baby ever again.
Oh, you're too late, Sam. You're monologuing.
Moving around like a spider.
Hey, what
Yeah.
happened to Dr. Big Lips?
That lady put a grenade thingy in his mouth, and I'm pretty sure it went off.
I like how we don't know to what magnitude his head is destroyed.
But this is now who I am.
So quick to accept another female identity.
Yeah.
Must be a glitch or someone's butt dialing me from the afterlife. I'm still alive.
I think they were just going to leave a body there and probably not even report it to the police. They were
No.
probably
Like,
just going to
time
go
to go.
Because
home.
it happens all the time, doesn't it? In L.A.? Doesn't it?
Yeah.
There you go.
Definitely went off.
Holy shit, this fuckstick still has a pulse!
Don't be daft.
No head.
You have a pulse if you don't got no brain. I relocated it to my...
That's right,
My
'cause you
head
never wanna
looked
hear.
fat.
I love that that's bleeped out.
A new head. Will you help me turn back into Sam? We need to stop promising people body parts.
We need to stop promising people body parts.
Stuffed her into the trunk of the car and get my baby home. Oh, there it is. I think I'm on there.
And that actually happened because we did forget to have the baby in that
Yeah.
scene and we needed to explain where it was.
That was an afterthought.
Oh, there it is.
Girl, Sam, don't be one of those people.
No, Donna, it is 20-something. We gotta be
20-something.
progressive this year. Could be a boy. Could be a girl. We'll let it discover its body for us. What do you think, Emer? Oh, look, there he is, still sleeping on the
Ah.
By the way, thanks for saving us back there. We almost died thanks to you.
Sam, she's got two fucking...
Now, see, we were able to do that because that house faced literally nothing. If we were
Right.
living on a street,
Yeah, we
wouldn't
wouldn't
be
have been able
to.
to do that. Right. People would have been calling the cops.
Now this, it took forever to get the pumpkin to land like
Sure
that.
did. Spooky.
Spooky, scary.
Come on, you lazy eater butthole, let's go.
Uh-oh.
Oh my word, I guess you really
Just on the roof of the car. Oh, my God.
And really kind of toss the baby on the roof of the car. Not even gently place it.
this way.
Like, by the way, we still have a film crew.
I guess you could call this a tragedy. Oh, Sam, that's offensive. Oh, I get it.
Don't you get
That's
it?
an offensive. Wait, I get it.
Oh, I love that effect that we did with those were inflatable shoulders, I think, and like
Yeah.
some kind of a,
That worked.
Gross.
I need a head first.
Nope. It doesn't work that way.
it doesn't work that way.
I'm gonna have you text Donna the instructions. I gave her some tools.
I had no idea how that was looking when I was doing that because I was like, "Is this selling at you
Yeah,
guys?"
we're like, yes, it's awesome.
Career, I'm gonna declare this dangerous. Dr. Dillon. All right, Stinson. Now, I'm gonna-
Goes to face palm. Nothing to...
Nothing to palm. I love this song, by the way. This song fits so well for the scene.
I love that show.
This was, I think, what we ended the day on was shooting all this
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
because we're like, let's just.
It was very late.
Montage of this stuff.
And like, do we have enough
Tools?
shots?
More tools?
You know what though? We did have enough shots that I used every single shot we shot, so nothing went to waste. Don't got something wrong. Yeah, we.
Just runs away.
Hey, you know, I did a pretty good job.
Oh, this head feels amazing. Who knew that all you needed to look young again is just a head from someone else's body? Well, I guess this is where we split ways. Well, thank you. My baby doctor. Yes, can I have these?
Can I have
He
these?
needs those tools.
He needs those tools. He's got a whole.
Business. His professional toolkit.
He just runs off with it. You haven't seen that go down the street.
Doctor with that.
Yeah. Imagine walking down the street and running that.
Did you
That's the
see
way he
that?
changes his diaper.
That
Yeah.
was insane.
He grabs the baby's genitals to start changing the diaper. Oh,
Ridiculous.
So what you're saying is that your usefulness
my teeth were so white that day. Look at that.
dry.
Well, maybe it's not filter. The teeth are always a different color
Yeah.
in the different
Yeah.
filters. 'cause
Usually mine are
sometimes,
yellow in these filters you've been using.
sometimes my teeth look straight up.
Serious dental problems, it looks like. My teeth aren't that bad.
They're
It's the
not.
color.
They're not. We can vouch for that.
They're just slightly less than being horrible.
Hey, they're great.
Oh, this episode. This is
I remember this one.
what is this? This is 18, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
Sam.
Yes, but our audience knows the truth.
Yeah, this marks a this marks a part in the series where we're no longer in the dark age. Like this is right when the series started getting lighthearted
Oh,
again.
there's girl Wiener.
So we could feed the baby from any room in the house.
Oh, you are a fucking genius.
I know.
I know. Watch it.
Who's hungry? Well, that's what I got the host for. Bon appetit, little guy.
Oh my
Yep.
god. Now that gunshot effect was Jonathan's work, and that
Yeah.
took us many times to get, but it was a very elaborate setup that you had with like a
Yeah,
pulley.
you cut a hole and with a piece of string attached to
Yeah.
it or something.
Oh, and the baby getting shit faced. Was this a gel? We had a gel, I think,
Yeah,
over
yeah,
a light.
Yeah,
right?
blue gel
No
here.
moonlight action.
You just take it for a few minutes. Jesus. Come here, you little sack of shit.
You little sack of shit.
Oh, my word. Well, thank you very much, Dr. Phyllis.
Aw, baby doesn't like Sam.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, what the hell's going on?
Cute.
You know, I'm just going to lay down for a couple minutes if that's okay.
Why do I want to say we shot this during the daytime?
I think we did.
I'm pretty sure we
have
did.
to. Yeah.
What I name it?
You can see here now it's daylight.
Romance your baby, find it.
Okay.
It's your baby.
I don't know, man.
Of course I should have known. Where's the baby?
Where's the baby?
I'll never tell you. I'm sorry we got off on the wrong foot, Sam. You see,
I was trying to mimic the Pennywise camera
Right.
work here.
never told me about it.
Which, in the
Echoes
end...
of Amnesia.
You know, I just picked up on that imagery. Yeah.
But you know, it doesn't quite resonate as much as I was hoping, but I still like the way this scene looks, blocking-wise.
But what's in it for me?
What's in it for me?
I'm going to remain the compassionate self that everyone loves. Well, you could just kiss my wiener because I'm
My wiener! I got that from Rachel. She's... Or you. One of you both always saying the word wiener. Oh, those
Holy
teeth.
shit, that looked good.
I forgot about those teeth. And that looked good, too.
Yeah.
That was a good stunt. And yeah, there's a red gel. We were playing with gels in this episode.
and a baby. All right, fine. You could have the heart. It's in the freak, sir.
Sir, I would randomly add a C to a lot of words when I was Sam.
So good.
Now, to tie you both down. We tied ourselves
Yeah, I figured that's where the scene is going. I didn't see that coming.
So good.
I just love how composed he remains under danger.
because I'll just take one of yours. You need a therapist.
Yeah, you need to plug your mouth with some kind of dick.
Some kind of dick.
With the good.
Maybe next time you'll remember who it is you're talking to.
Nice. Nice.
And there's
What
baby
the fuck?
Elmer.
Yeah.
We had a son once.
That baby could be well in its 40s for all I know.
Just seeing
It all connects.
the morning sun was all I needed.
Never in doubt. Always the plan.
Now, where is the
I've seen so much
Yeah.
fan art from just that one little bit with the teeth.
You win. Here's a map of where we buried that baby.
Yeah, and if you're lucky, that thing might still be alive.
We're playing pretend, right?
But there are conditions.
You tied up.
Uh-oh, it doesn't say anything.
The baby.
Coexist.
You sure are stupid. You
I love that we never hear Sam swear.
thank God Stinson saved the day, am I right? Diamond?
His name is Elmer, and I want you the fuck out of my house.
Oh, she knows the truth now.
I remember everything, Sam.
So you remember that I'm your son?
My adopted son. But now that
Oh,
I'm
no.
back, I don't need you anymore. I don't want you ever coming back.
Oh, this music.
Donna, I have no place else to go.
You let me live as a crotchety old cutback and cut fucking squared up shit goddamn fucking.
This part, you just let your mouth run. I don't think that was even in the
Apparently,
script.
gee, was it?
I don't think that was
remember.
in the script. I think that was all you.
I would have thought that.
You know what's funny is how much younger you look with this other wig.
It
really worked.
The which one?
The other wig, like the young
Oh.
look, really works.
Yeah.
Fine, but I'm taking the camera crew. No, we want Donna. We want Donna.
like a divorce. The kids want to go with mom.
Mom doesn't even want them. See, God, that would terrify the shit out of me. This was so much fun to shoot. I don't remember where it was, but we hopped over a fence
It
to
was
do
the
this.
the Sepulveda Dam.
Oh yeah, something.
Remember?
We were racing the sunlight.
You had to climb over a fence to get in.
And
But then it was all deserted in there.
yeah, there was nothing around, but it was definitely like a very exciting film moment to shoot this. This is one of the more exciting.
And like if we were getting caught, we would have to run like a quarter mile.
Yeah, like
In
see
the open.
where the cars
Yeah.
are, where the cars
Holding
are
your
behind
bouncy.
us. That was the closest exit to where we were. We had to walk all the way from that where that gate was back there. And I forget how we hopped it. I remember it was like a challenge. We didn't know if we could.
And this was all one shot.
This was all one shot. If you notice, it doesn't cut away. You know, we're all. So we had to, if we fucked up a take, then we had to do this all over again, which meant the sun was going to go down even
Did
further.
you? How many takes? Do you remember how many takes?
We did a lot. Was it like how many?
Well, 5 at least. But,
At least 5. Yeah,
but
I would,
with a good number of rehearsals.
I would want to say it's around between 5 and 7 takes that we did here. This wasn't even the last one. I want to say this was like number 4 or 5.
What do you got going on this weekend? Camera store?
Love the way that the sun's hitting you right there from the side.
Yeah, the color.
The lighting looks so cool.
What is this? 19?
This is 19 that we're jumping on.
Whoa, 19.
Number 19.
I'm not even in this one.
This
I
is the
think
only
this is the
episode
one.
Oh, yeah.
that you're not in, right?
So who cares?
Let's just skip it. You guys want to
Who
just go
cares?
straight
Just
to
skip
20?
it.
Fuck
No,
this one.
right. It's all right. You don't have to skip while it's on.
I wanted the audience to actually believe that, oh no, we only have one more episode left. Was that the end of Donna that we saw? And I had him on the hook for a moment. So again, different locations. This is suddenly we're
Right.
like...
Most of which you were not authorized to be in.
Right,
Oh,
right.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
That
job with TV.
How did you
30s,
do that? That TV
That
30?
was so. I made that sign in Photoshop, and then I sent it over to Zach Goose, who is our VFX. He tracked the image that I made to the background,
Wow, that was really good.
just so we could do that little bit where you see all the different, where the TV's live. That took us a fucking shit time to set up. There's Adam again with his tits out.
Adam and Alex. Alex Deal played, what was his name? And
Jimmy,
the child predator.
child predator. There's all sorts of Easter eggs to previous videos in this room. There's Grandpa's holiday shirt in the back.
Who's in this series?
That was in this
Donna's
series.
hot dog costume.
Donna's
I
hot dog
noticed.
costume. There's Jurgen's costume. There's a Japanese girlfriend right there.
Sir, I once came here to see you.
And there's Jude.
Jude. Love Jude.
Jude doing his cocaine.
Adam's a fucking sport. Everyone's a fucking sport.
Everyone's a sport that we work with. Jude's another actor, though, that whenever he's on screen, it's like, oh god, what's going to happen here?
Leslie Cronus, I owe you.
Leslie Cronus, that must be black for trash.
It was funnier when the sloppy pig did it. I'm still here.
On the sloppy pig. Did it. Gee, that. Where is that? Is that somebody's home?
This is an artist. I don't know. This is
Downtown location we rented.
somewhere in downtown LA.
Interesting
Office
looking.
building.
Yeah, it was some building. We were on like the 4th or 5th floor.
Yeah, they're doing that a lot in LA, aren't they? They're using a lot of sound stages and
that they rent out to lower budget.
video study. Yeah.
This room looked like a multi-purpose room. It looked like it was. Oh God, I forgot about
Not
that.
gay if I'm wearing a wig.
That was your wig.
Hell yeah, you put that on again.
Oh, this scene right here where I ripped the head off was fun to do. I had to find a silicone mask that looked like Jude. Right here, you'll see it in a second. Right here. And it looked, that's a mask.
Look at that.
It's a mask.
And I actually let him keep the mask when we were done shooting it.
Who are you and why are you still
It's a mask, so it's not blackface.
Brandon Rogers. I created it. I created you, Sam.
Why were you pretending to be Mr. Cronus?
Because many of the
I look so boring compared to my other characters. I'm like, oh, who's this new character? Oh, it's
That's funny. It's
It's boring.
It's like a plain version of all the
board.
characters.
it's like a plain blank version of all the characters. Yeah.
thing I've ever written has come from these pages.
Sophie, one of our fans, she has that book now. I gave that to her when I went to Playlist last year.
Oh,
Or this
nice.
year.
Oh, I'm sure she treasured it for lunchtime.
Well, the thing is, a paper got glued to the front of it in storage, and it ripped off like half the cover, so it looks like shit now, literally.
They suddenly found themselves in the
Merry Christmas, Sophie.
when
That took a lot of work to get the pen to die specifically on that moment.
voices right now. You could have told me that, Queen. Look, they're coming back to the office to quit the show.
You know what? Let them come here, actually. I'll handle this in person.
Well, you better write something quick. There's a bus full of kids about to hit in 20 seconds. Quick, give me a pen.
At the last second, the bus
Who whoever owned this place loved skulls.
Crashing into a power plant, killing everyone on board.
Well, that bus almost hit us.
Crisis averted.
Crisis averted. Let's go sort through the charred bodies.
I appreciate former rapists. Oh, well, I'd appreciate it if you let me out of my contract. You could sue me, but I've got nothing to lose.
Let's see.
You're not good now because you're at your lowest. But the hero only
God, that place was such a cool spot to shoot.
when they persevere through the tunnel of darkness. I don't want to end this show.
We were there twice, though, weren't we? I think this.
So
Wasn't there a day that we came and we had to like match how things were set up?
I don't think so for this
No?
movie. You just had a lot to do. I had to.
Or was it that
It was
we
a-
had to match it how things were when we left? Maybe
Yeah,
that's what it was.
yeah. We did do that.
Okay. And then Sam had a mouthful of lighters.
Like, what the fuck?
How did we done that?
Whoa, this is a very powerful weapon that can destroy the fabric of space-time as you know it.
With great power comes.
Jonathan had $1 million.
Just did my lighter. Hey,
Alright, so Gabriel always was.
just writing nothing.
Hey, it's fun, right?
Randy last year.
Suddenly, Jonathan was 1 inch taller.
And several inches longer.
Oh, that
box.
pool table.
Drank a shot of tequila.
Alright, then Sam drank a shot of whiskey.
Oh, look at that whiskey.
Then Brandon took a shot.
No, Sam,
Bang. Whoops, it was even me.
Oh shit, still alive.
You can still be safe.
move again.
Move again. I like that I'm bleeding out my mouth.
Don't worry, I'm already
Oh.
back to the picture of health.
No, that notebook only affects the characters created within it. I'm afraid my time has come.
No, you've made every decision
Oh.
of mine since I came.
I love that he's still talking with a bullet hole in his head.
Yeah, it's like, no, Sam. I'd have just a couple more minutes.
right.
It's up to you how your show's gonna end.
But Brandon, I've wronged too many people. I've destroyed
This is like the
too
6th
many
wall we've
lives.
broken.
Deserve a
Like
happy
Brandon.
So many
Is this a
walls.
review of all the dead people in this series?
The people that he's wronged and
Yeah.
and killed subsequently.
Yeah, wronging and killing. Yeah, you kill someone,
Little
you
bit of
kind of
thievery.
wrong them.
A little bit of murder.
It's all
I know
good.
you're a good person, Sam. I made you.
Well, you made those other two queens, and now all they do is answer phones.
That was
You have an opportunity.
Yeah, I'm like really enjoying this right now.
You're better than answering phones.
Of course, you can always continue to talk with a bullet hole right through the
Right.
middle of your head.
now is he dead?
Yeah,
Finally, is it over?
Controlling my own fate, and I already killed my creator.
That's such a good one.
So he's gonna be a tampon baby.
You take that back.
You take that back. There's that tampon baby thing again.
Y'all better pee right now.
I love this glitching building in the background. It looks like there's it's like a video game. Like this building doesn't know whether or not it should be in focus.
Yeah.
Camera crew suddenly teleported to the oldest living clone of Elmer.
Nice.
Nice. And
Very
now,
nice.
where do they go? They gotta resolve
There they
this
go.
conflict, and we
That
are
body now.
on to the last episode here.
This is it. This is the penultimate,
The ultimate.
Camera crew
whatever. Penultimate sounds more penis-like.
That's true.
This is somewhere downtown.
Oh yeah, new location.
Yeah, new location.
I'm gonna check these stalls. Kick.
Kick. Yeah.
It's in the urinal.
people. We're trying to find the oldest version of you. Maybe you can help us.
Who the fuck gave you access to this facility?
Brandon Rogers gave me this little book that lets
Even this down.
How do I know the three of you aren't taking
I also would like to point out that I was not high here. My eyes were very red in that filter.
That's once in a row.
The Sam the prophecy has foretold. Let me take you to him.
Hey, where are we anyway? This is
Some bar in LA.
Yeah. Wherever this next room is.
Yeah.
She can't intercept any of our signals. That's great. So when am I going to be able to meet the oldest one of y'all? He's right behind you.
There he is.
This is the faggot the prophecy.
That's his intro line. This wise old elder. That's how he.
Fucking homophobic.
The faggot. I forgot that he says that.
That's profound.
Like right out the door.
You wrote this shit.
I actually came here to apologize for putting a bullet in that lady's head.
Oh, that was fun to play with the bar. I've always kind of wanted to be. You used to be a bartender, didn't you?
Yeah. That little squirt gun's the best part.
Yeah.
Oh, she's dead. Holy shit.
And Paulette worked at a soda. She was a soda jerk for a
Oh,
while.
yeah.
Oh, my
As
God,
a kid.
yeah.
Making sodas for jerks.
Well, you can just call me Dr. Cures for Crips.
Cures
for Crips.
And that's what gets him out of the chair.
Thank you so much. Oh. Here, why don't you have this? Your people could use it more than me. Sam, are you
It's the white privilege in Sam coming out. Right
Yeah.
okay? Goodbye, Sam. Thank you for making me the happiest Elmer yet.
That's a great in the world line.
Well, being as I gave you the only thing I have nothing else to give the rest of the people I'm apologizing to. So would you mind writing me a quick $500,000?
Nice.
Done. It always
Shoots out of his butthole.
So many callbacks.
You know, this episode, all of this episode is callbacks.
Yeah.
start apologizing to people, and I'm going to begin with this.
He has to walk by a hydrant sexually.
Realtor Georgie! Wait, this house is going back on the market? What happened to the couple of sinners that used to live here?
They broke up and we can't film with the same character dynamic anymore.
Window cleaner.
Oh,
Since I have you here, I'd like to apologize for slamming your head in the table, tearing your clothes, and then looking
You know-
better in them.
Looking better.
Looking
Such a
better
good
in
line,
them.
too.
Sure about that Chinese place, but the puzzle's getting its pieces. And for the financial burden I've bestowed upon you, I'd like to offer you $50,000 as part of my sorry.
Thank you so much. I can finally retire.
Wait, that much
I'm
money?
gonna move to Spain and get fucked in a jewelry store.
oh my god, that was also painful to
She
shoot.
is
'cause
such a
she-
good sport.
I know.
Great, because you robbed them of their hate.
And here we are with
Phone isn't on silent.
I should have written these letters thicker. Every time I see this scene, I'm like, oh, I should have written them thicker. Right there. It says Sam. I mean, you can still read it, but...
Hello? Put the money down and walk away. How you know I got money? I have an Elmer for a babysitter. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry about it. Hey, well, I'm just gonna leave this cash right here. You do something responsible with it, okay? Oh, bitch, at 12 o'clock!
God damn it.
Talk to her. She's the next person we need to apologize to. Howdy there, Helen.
This was a fun day. We had a little audience this day.
Yeah.
At the end of the scene, you'll see a bunch of kids who make fun of Helen, and those were some of the kids who were just watching us film.
Like, hey, want to be in this?
You're like, yeah! And we were like, all
Where,
right.
this
save-
looks familiar. Where
This is by your house,
Yeah, yeah.
actually. Yeah, this is that park with all the ducks and
Oh, yeah.
by your
Geese,
old
yeah.
house.
the arroyo, whatever they
And
call
this
it.
is also by your place.
Right, that
Sacred
library.
Library.
I remember that morning.
Yeah, we're not allowed back there now.
Yeah, we had to find a kind of a corner.
Yeah.
They still, I think, eventually found us. Threw us out.
Now to $50,000. No. Bye, Helen.
Bye, Helen. That's it. That's the end of the conversation. I hear these kids.
Suck.
All products are great. You know, we're making some good progress.
All products.
And that little cemetery. I remember that.
Just about all these locations are right by your old house, I think. There was this the day that house was on fire? Did you see
Yes,
that?
yes, it was.
There was like
Yes.
a random house.
I remember that.
That was just
Yeah.
fully on fire. It was insane.
Worth it.
It's never too
I still have that picture framed somewhere in my apartment.
Word it. Cheers.
Jerry.
Didn't remember his name.
Well, you see, I did give it away, and I've only budgeted $50,000 for you. I hope it's equal.
I want your $50,000. Fucking dead man.
He did that so well.
Right here on your grave. Okay? Bye.
Please. Say, Sam, tell my parents I love them. And my cat. My cat.
I came here to apologize, please.
Who the fuck is you?
My name's Sam, and I stole the wallet
Hey, we're back in L.A. again.
Yep, that's at Poinsettia Park, which is we also film a lot of stuff there too.
You can buy yourself something shiny and new.
Oh, I'm gonna get that DVD player.
Yeah. Thinking like, how many characters does he need to rectify his relationship with? It's like, oh my god, 1,000.
1,000,
He's
yeah.
offended everyone he's come in contact with.
Yeah.
That dog. He owes an apology to that dog.
Yeah, we missed that dog.
We need to lose my weight. You're watching Life Choices with Dr. D.
It all happened so quick.
David.
Chasing us like a madman with window cleaner. It was some generic off-branch.
I think we were originally going to write in their breakup as a real thing. Like, he was like, now I'm living here by myself or something like that. But we never went
Yeah, I
too
think it
into it.
depended on like how it was going.
How it was going to, we didn't know how things were panning out, I think.
Yeah.
Not gonna work.
But you know, he did a really, his hair was was super short back then.
Apologies to. In fact, you
Her hair's kind of grown out a little bit.
making my life hell. I'm gonna steal something and I'm gonna take these wipes. Bye.
And big thank you to Nandini for letting us use her kitchen to do
Yeah,
that bit.
again.
To get more people to attend these meetings.
Oh, no one likes your club anymore.
It's 2019.
It's 2019. We're post Me Too
Yeah,
now.
yeah, those clubs are so last month.
Sam, I'm told never to return. Though it would be nice to have an attendee again.
And attendee, just one.
I think those jokes are well spaced.
What, him walking into the camera? Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, splendid. They go on to do manly things and live manly lives.
Yeah, they're all truck drivers.
Well, that's decent.
For thirsty brand tampons.
Yeah, you want some, you leave some.
I wonder how many times tampons has been mentioned in this series.
Right.
Powers. And the lesson I'm learning is that
Where is it?
the lesson, you can't find lessons. Lessons find you.
No, the book.
I gave it away.
I gave it away.
Since I've taken control of my life, I feel 100% better. And I know you could do the same.
So you're saying I gotta give up control to take control.
That's what I'm saying at all.
You know, Sam, I think you might be right. I'm gonna be my true self from now on.
You know what? Good for you.
You're not gonna believe this, Sam,
It's funny.
but I've been a woman.
Oh, really? Finally, she's like, finally I could take
Finally.
this fucking thing off.
I like Sam's surprise.
You know, it's funny because you could see mild differences between all the characters as the series progresses. Like, I took a lot better care of the wig toward the end here, but her character looks exactly the same from the first episode.
Yeah.
Well, that sure is inspiring imagery. Here's 50
Well, that sure is inspiring imagery. God.
so big they'll snap your spine in two. Surprise! You made it to 10. Only now you're probably more disabled and your son's probably in prison.
I love how in control of her expressions she is. She's so good at.
Thanks for the cash.
She's another good underplayer with her physicality.
Oh, this is where. Oh,
So-
I remember this day out on the
Stephen.
Hollywood
Donna,
Boulevard.
Paulette did her own stunt on this one. Oh, is this part where he goes, "This is Steven."
You just got it wrong. Like, Sam, stuff it, Sam.
People were gathering around looking at us film this.
I
They
know,
were,
they
what the
blinded me.
fuck is going on here?
Gabriel,
That's okay. I'm a Hollywood street performer now, doing the whole blind mariachi thing.
This was the first scene I think this was the first scene we shot for the episode. Was this bit right here?
Darn it, you asshole! Well, here's $50,000 for another sandwich.
Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, Sam. Bye. That's
Right out
all.
into the street.
It's a great place to shoot.
Right.
Because even though it's crowded and loud, it's like
It's still a tourist.
no one bothers you.
Yeah, no one bothers you there.
Covers, but they're not mine.
But they're not. And then he's so shocked that someone else is ripping him.
The dog sleeping there.
I know. Miles.
For everyone, so you want this cash or not? That's what's
So hold on, I need to use the Rextrum first.
Rextrum. See, he's adding C's.
Yeah, you throw in extra consonants here.
Triple homicide and 2 parking tickets, dog.
Oh.
Damn, you said you had a pee, dog.
Uh-oh.
Trying to be sneaky.
I was trying to be sneaky.
Here's your money.
He doesn't even flush. He just leaves it in there.
I didn't even think he pulled his pants up.
No, he just runs
No
out of the
time,
house.
no time.
No time. This, weirdly enough, was a very cold day here. I remember.
Yeah, I do. But sunny as
And
hell.
I was
Really
gonna say,
bright.
it was
but
blinding the
bright.
shit out of you.
Paulette was so blinded here. We both, like, you started tearing up.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was right. My son was right in my eyes.
Started the credits, and I don't want to end the
And I got the script like minutes before we shot it.
Welcome to one of these productions. It's like we give scripts
Bounced
out.
by
Right.
Jonathan Henry.
Yeah. Elongating these credits.
You're the only one who's ever been there for me, even when I wasn't there.
The sun worked for me, actually. It made me kind of tear up.
Got baby Elma back if it wasn't for you.
But yeah, people
There you
watching
go.
this, they'll never know just how. Because when you look at this, like, it doesn't look like it's painful. Even I'm struggling to keep my eyes open here because the sun, we have a reflector shield, and it's just when one of those
It
is
just
aimed at
burns. It's like getting a radial keratotomy in both eyes at the
Right.
same time.
you, you're just burning your vision out. You can see I'm like trying to keep my eyes open here, and you can see in the reflection, you can see where the bounce is. It's like right next to me.
That's Jonathan
It's Jonathan's doing.
ripping our eye, ruining
Yeah.
our eyes. Our eyes.
Please tell me you got cheesecake in the fridge, because I got so much to catch you up on.
Cheesecake is such an early '90s womanly like thing that I feel like a lot of women in the early '90s, like the Golden Girls, would always bond over cheesecake, and like I feel like Sam is kind of stuck in the early '90s in his head.
Oh, when Elmer's hungry, you got using the regurgitube?
Oh.
That even grosses me out watching that.
And apologize generously.
Wait a minute.
Apologize generously. It's like even he's kind of aware of how much it costs.
Those asshats treated you like shit, and you're still begging for their approval? Now, they owe you an apology for putting you through all those hoops to get a kid that wound up being mine.
Well, you're really not going to like this next part, because I gave them each about 50-something.
Ah, go get it.
Oh, yeah, here it comes.
Nope.
Boom.
Yeah.
Slap number 2.
You're just a whiny little jackass that's always getting me into trouble.
I want to say this was like one of our last days shooting at your house, or this might have been the last day
Yeah.
of shooting.
Yeah, that sounds right.
What are you talking about now?
Your money back, Sam? Or you going soft on me now?
You only get to end a show once, Donna. Let's go ahead and cut it.
LOL, we
LOL,
for the
this is
second time we're ending the show. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, now there's the Sam.
This was the very first finale I ever directed, or like.
Right into the camera again.
Yeah, right.
I already spent it on this.
She was
Says it all
such
defiantly.
she was such a good sport on this too.
Yeah.
Get
What's
her
going on
tip.
over there?
Pop, pop. Oh. You paid for this? Like the, oh, right here. Now watch Donna.
Yeah,
This
I
was not
actually
this-
fell.
yeah,
Running
right
away,
here.
I fell.
Right there.
Boom.
And look, you get right back up and
like,
start
oh,
running.
shit.
Mom or a dad, but rather the kind of guardian I needed most. He's my Uncle Sam, and he's the greatest.
Aww. Yeah, we get set up for this endearing montage right here. And then here we are back at the library. We had to shoot some of this early on because we were only at the library
Yep.
once.
Yep.
All right, here. We had to know that everywhere we went, we were gonna. Yeah. Fucking nasty. Now, this scene was not in the original release. That I forgot to leave that part in there when I. Oh God! And
Take the trash.
George's Jesus boy. Yeah.
kicks in the face and take their cash. I I can't.
I love you punched her.
For no reason.
Just because it felt good.
What did we do with that bassinet?
Threw it away.
Did we throw it away?
Yeah, it ended up being pretty broken.
I couldn't remember what happened.
It
to
went through a lot of damage, a lot of battering.
What was the last thing you wrote in
Yeah.
that notebook?
I wrote that with or without Sam, Donna Fitz lived happily ever after the way that was best for her. And I'm happy this is the way the card's done deal.
Yeah, this was, I actually think, our very last... I want to say that this was our last thing that we shot here at the house, was this shot. Did we shoot anything after this?
You could have made France a real country. You could have unfossilized my tits.
No, that was the last thing we shot
feels
there.
right.
I remember about
Yeah,
making France a real country and unfossilizing tits.
And that was the last
And
thing
then
we
we
shot.
were wrapped,
I
yeah.
kind of like that. I like that our last shot was our
Yeah,
last
it
shot.
feels like those two things lined up.
It
Or
does.
like,
Yeah.
Last one.
At least that was the last one at that location.
Yeah.
Because when we shot, there's this scene right here. This was, I forget when we shot this.
That's, I know where that is.
when we did the Elmer. Oh, yeah, the Elmer stuff in the
And
classroom.
little did they know, this is setting up the events that go down and blame the hero.
So there's the connection, folks.
There, and a lot of people didn't stick around to watch this scene afterwards. So maybe now they'll see. Oh, that's how it bridge.
Felt like this.
Nice.
You and I are going to have
Man, that actually really hits me, where it's just like, someone who's been tortured their whole lives like that by that
Yeah.
person now has trapped in a cage. Oh, shit. It's
Yep.
going down.
Sweet
That's
irony.
terrifying.
Well, that
Awesome.
was amazing.
Thank you
I'll
so
tell you,
much.
that was one that what 5.5 months we worked together.
Yeah.
Something like
was
that. Yeah.
just an amazing time. I learned so much. I had such a good time, and we woke up in the morning saying, "Oh, we get to do this shit."
Word.
So,
It was,
fun.
yeah. It
That
was,
was a
Straight.
lot
It was
of fun.
5 months of straight shooting. 5.5 months of straight shooting, and then about a good 3 weeks of pre-production that went into.
and then
Yeah.
it was just production, pre-production and post-production all at the same time.
Yeah, for a good
For
5.5.
the next, yeah.
What an experience!
We started in mid September, and then we finished shooting the last episode. Was it mid February?
We had that BTS episode, so we could take an extra week on this one, and
Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
yeah,
That's right.
because it's a long finale. That was that was great.
Yeah.
That was.
I love seeing it. I haven't done that. I haven't watched the whole series at one sitting.
It is it is cool to see.
And my
how-
butt is falling asleep totally.
Oh, same here.
Yeah.
All of me is falling asleep. No,
a deep slumber.
It is weird to see how fast time goes by. I was noticing in different episodes, like your hair was like slightly different lengths, or the costume, like you could tell when it started to get dirty, and then when I washed it, or little things that kind of really showed how fast time went by.
Right.
Like Nandini's second episode, second appearance, her hair's a bit longer, or. So, and you're watching it, and even that's like 2.5. How is it? 2.5 hours, roughly, all back
Yeah,
to back.
yeah.
You're watching it, and like you forget, like, oh my god, that 2.5 hours is like 5.5 months, really fast.
So it's like a feature
Right.
film.
Right,
Yeah.
You're like, look at us age.
Look at us age
Look at us
slightly.
age.
Right. Anyways.
Watch my tits fossilize.
Right. Watch Donna's tits become of another time
Yeah,
period.
she was just saying that to Brandon.
Right.
And we caught it on
was.
camera.
We caught it on camera. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening, and I hope you guys had a great time, as fun of a time as we did watching it. And
thank you.
We will see you guys next time. Paulette, thank you so much for being
Oh,
Thanks for
my
being here,
pleasure.
Paulette.
I loved it. Jonathan, Brandon, thank you so much. Love being here.
Fantastic.
All right, guys, take care.